Getting older can sometimes suck, and getting older in the age of social media definitely sucks. If you're tired of people telling you to age gracefully, then you're in the right place. This is all about living your best life at any age. First rule, don't call me ma'am. Hey everyone, I'm Jodi Miller and this is Don't Call Me Ma'am. Do not call me ma'am. I'm so excited for my next guest. I'm so excited to have him. And I know I say that about every guest, but like I really mean it this time. Apparently, we know each other from the comedy world, and I know that because I have a message from him from 2018, so we're going to talk about that. But he is a comedian and an amazing content creator that found a niche, and really, it's just, you're amazing. I share your videos with everyone. He's so funny. Start copying right now, and by that I mean pull over to the side of the road if you're driving, because we don't want accidents. For Kevin Sullivan. Yay!
Hi, you can call me ma'am.
Oh,
does everyone make that joke?
No, you're actually the only one. No, Justin Martindale, who we've had on the show before, he's the only one that can call me ma'am. We've been friends for like over 15 years. And whenever we see each other at the Comedy Store, he's like, ma'am. He's the only one that can. I feel like that's okay. It is just any woman. I'd rather be called a whore than a ma'am. And every woman would agree.
Yeah,
it's just
I don't know
so
about,
insulting.
I wouldn't like to be called Mr. Mr.
What about sir, though?
Sir? No. Someone called me bro.
What about bro?
And
Bra?
I was like, I've never felt less like a name.
Like, yeah.
No.
What if somebody called you Mr. Like
Mr.
Do you remember that group? Mr.?
No.
No, because you're way younger than me.
Mr.
Yeah, curious. All right, guys, in the comments, leave below if you remember Mr. Okay, so.
We should start a band called Ma'am Ma'am.
Ma'am. It's like Bam Bam.
Ma'am.
Yeah. I would totally listen to that, actually. Ma'am. Why so ham? Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, we totally. I mean, it's writing itself. All right, well, before we get into like your astrological breakthrough, tell me, how long have you been doing comedy? Like proper comedy? Proper stage stand-up.
Stand-up? I started stand-up in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
And then I produced a show. That's the one I messaged you
yes,
about.
Yes, you messaged me about
that was
show, yeah.
never read.
It was in the other, because we weren't friends yet
it
on
was in
the
requests.
Insta. It was in the requests, and then the pandemic happened like a year and a half later. And
yes.
But I honestly, wasn't until the pandemic that I actually started looking at that folder. You know 100%, that, right?
Yeah,
yes, because like there's for a long time.
And even now, I still don't.
Yeah, even now, I'm like, oh my God, this person. Like, and then there's also in hidden that's supposed to just be spam. There are actual real messages in hidden
from
too.
Real people.
From real people that I'm like, oh shit, or like people that I should. So I felt when I read it, I was like, oh, is the show still happening?
And I said, yep.
Yep. How was that show, by the way? How was that show?
I
Was it great?
have no idea. I couldn't tell you. It was a nice show that I did a monthly. It was so much work, but it was like fast track to get in the comedy game.
It really
was just
is. Like I tell people that all the time.
Produce a show.
Yep, I tell people that all the time. I teach comedy. I've been coaching comics for years, and the number one piece of advice I can give to people that are like, I'm so tired of being in that bringer category is then become a booker. It's actually really easy. It is stressful, for sure. It's work, but it's easy to produce your own show. There's a lot of smaller venues and places, and comics will find you, like, can I do your show? It's just packing it.
Now then you get to a place like, I have a show now, but people will reach out and I'm like, how did you even find out that I booked this?
They do.
Because I know enough comics and like friends that I'm like, we're all set.
Yeah, we're set. We're good.
We're set.
I know. But then every once in a while,
because now I do it just for myself.
Yes, you do it for yourself.
New material.
For your new material. And that's what I did when I was running the C Word for years and years and years at the Comedy Store. It was really for seasoned comics and newer comics that wanted a safe place. And also for me and my co-hosts to try out new material.
Yeah, I went to that show once, I think. It was in the Belly?
Yeah, it was in the Belly Room.
Yeah, I definitely went to that show.
Yeah, it was super fun. So here you are doing comedy, and then you
like a decade almost,
Yeah, almost a decade. And then you just tell me about how you, like, it always amazes me, and it makes me happy and a little envious when people find that sort of, like, niche, that little, like, something on social that blows up that people are doing. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, do I do mom stuff now that I have a child and I adopted a child? And am I a cat lady? Am I just, a drunken whore? Like, who am I? And I don't have
You're
to think.
all of it.
I'm all of them.
You're all of it except ma'am.
I'm not a ma'am. That's right. Thank you. So how did you come across like doing astrological stuff? But first of all, do you have a background in astrology?
So I've loved astrology forever. Like I was just like a little gay witch kid for sure. And my older sister is a hairstylist.
Right.
So she's, by trade an astrologer.
Yeah, seriously.
Because they have to be. She's a Cancer. And she had astrology books. She gifted me an astrology book. So I just started like reading about it. And then
do you
there's
remember?
Like articles. I've never taken like a proper course or anything. So there's a lot that goes over my head. There's like, when people start talking about transits and everything.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
it's a little.
My head too.
But I know like,
You know the signs.
I know
do you remember? Because I'll never forget. I think it was in a Barnes and Nobles. I think it's called The Big Birthday Book. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's a massive birthday book. So anybody, I'm wondering if you, I'm sure you remember, but I remember the very first time I really read about the sign of Taurus, because I'm a Taurus. Because when you first read like about your sign, because you're just like astrology when you're little and stuff like that. And then someone gives you a book or you read something and you're like, that is me. And you think that you're like, I cannot believe this. They've got everything right. You know what I mean? Except for like one thing. You're like, I don't do that.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah. Would you remember that?
I do remember being like, I wasn't even a skeptic. I was just like, oh, something has to be. I read the sextrology book. I had the birthday book too, but because someone makes you, one of my friends makes you sign your day.
Oh, yeah.
So then they can flip over and they know whose birthday it is or whatever. And I just remember reading about like January 9th or February 9th. My birthday is February.
It's like made up a day.
Yeah, January 9th. February 9th. And it talked about like my facial features. And I was like, it was like strong brow line, crystal blue eyes. Like,
Holy
and I was
shit.
like, oh, this is
weird.
This is really weird. And then the detached iciness of, Chris. And I was like, well, you got me, bitch. And I've just always been kind of drawn to it. And then when I learned, like a little skeptic, I'm like, of course, I had a lot of Taurus in my family where they're like, astrology, how could it be? Everyone's not just 12 things. And then you learn about all the planets and all the placements. And you're like, well,
and
now it's a numbers game. So it's like there's a million different options and placements and then degrees. And it's like, this makes your personality. So you can.
Right. It's so funny because when I first moved out here, I was only going to come out here for 3 months. I was doing comedy in New York and acting in New York. And I came out here for 3 months for pilot season because I was like, this is when I become a star. And I had like a rent-a-wreck car that had like tape on the windshield.
What's a rent-a-wreck?
It's used to be a rental car company called Rent-a-Wreck. So you're basically renting a car that's like on its last leg. A shitty car, but you get it for like $400 a month. I was like, that's what I paid for this car. But it had tape on the windshield.
$400 a month sounds expensive.
It was.
I guess for rental.
Think about it. Yeah, it's like $100 a week for 7 days. It was like pretty good. Yeah. So I had that until my car got shipped out here. So I had no money. I was bartending. I was waiting for my bartending shifts to pick up. I was living in like Hermosa Beach, and I had just a little bit of money. And somebody was like, "You've got to go see this astrologer. He'll do your whole chart for you." So I had to bring a cassette tape. Like a player, everything. I had to record it that way.
Amazing.
And it was like an hour reading with like all my money. And he gave me a chart and everything because I knew the time I was born. And I mean, I don't know where the fuck that is now.
Did he do like astrocartography, like your lifelines?
Yes.
Amazing.
And I don't though remember anything. I don't remember anything about that reading. I remember every one of my psychic readings though. Every one of them. And now I have them recorded because whenever I do it on the phone, I'm like, record. But like, it's so funny because, this is a guilty admission and I shouldn't even be guilty about it. It's like I do it every night before I go to bed. I'm on YouTube looking at astrologers and I'm just looking for the shortest one because I know I'm going to fall asleep halfway through. It's like, I want to see the headline, Taurus, this is your big year. This is it. Everything changes on this date.
It's supposed to be really good for Taurus this year.
Actually. It is actually supposed to be really good. Yes, I'm really excited about it. And everything that says, although I rarely see anything that's like this is going to be the worst year of your life. It'll be like something like, watch out, Aquarius.
Yeah, I do love that. It's very clickbaity. There's
so
like some of the apps that do that too, where they're like always talking shit, and you're like, I'm not gonna come back if you keep feeding me shit. But
I know. Well, I mean, I probably will come back.
honestly, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Literally, mine's just talking shit.
Yes, it is. So like, okay,
But
so when did you?
mine's funny.
Yeah, yours is so funny.
Mine's not.
You basically
to be taken
you
too
go over
seriously.
every single sign and put them in certain situations. I have my own situations that I want you to do for me in a minute. But so like, when did you start doing those videos? I'm always just curious about how somebody sort of cracks that code in a way and is like, this is what's popping off.
Well, not that I had the cheat codes, but I started. I've done content forever.
Right.
Stand up longer than like content seriously though. But when the pandemic hit and we were quarantined, I really started like TikToking my ass off. I did trend videos. I just talked to camera. I did little dances. Worst dancer ever. Literally horrendous. Those will haunt me forever. My siblings all have them saved.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
And yeah, I've always thrown in astrology. Like I've always like had an astrology video here or there. Like I would
Right.
stitch someone's video and I'm like, I bet they're an Aries.
Right.
And then I started stitching bigger videos, and then my account was growing just from like comedy. I think I hit 100,000 followers on TikTok, and that wasn't astrology based at all. And then I started like mixing it in, and then I was at a couple 100,000 when I'm a girl, of course I
Right.
trend. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do Aries. Like I'm an Aries, of course because I had a friend that is a creator that's an Aries, and I was on my way over to his house and I was like, oh, this would be funny. I'll write it and we'll both, act it out.
Right.
The video popped off like hard. So I was like, I'll do every sign.
Ugh.
And no one had done it yet.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there is an angle of astrology and comedy here that's not present. And I think the comments were crazy. I didn't see my account look like that. One time when I told everyone to like do this spell. Like,
can we do the spell now?
no, on
What's
the
it
first,
for?
I'll send it to you. I made a video about blowing sin. I learned it from other creators. There's a bunch of creators in there that talk about, little manifestation rituals.
Oh, okay.
And I did one. And the month I did it, I got job offers. I got this like random check. Not a random check. It was something I worked for and it just happened to come in.
Doing a spell.
And I made a video, like I stitched a video where
Explain to people that don't understand what stitch is.
so this creator made a video explaining the spell manifestation technique, and I just cut the video off so they could go back and watch the full thing.
Right.
And I just told them what I did. And I was like, I did this, you should do it. I've been doing this for a while, got some job offers. And that stitch gained me like 70,000 followers in 3 days.
Oh my God.
So because then everyone starts going through your other content and deciding if
Right,
they
of
want to
course.
stay.
Absolutely.
So I found friends that were creators or comedians for all 12 signs for the like, I'm a Leo, of course I'm a
Right.
Taurus, of course. And I did all of them, and then I just started veering out. And I was working at ad agencies at the same time. So I've been on the back end for brands.
Right.
So I also understand what like is brand safe, what brands are looking for to make. That's where
so
you're going to really make
smart.
money.
It's really smart.
And I wrote briefs for influencers to like make content.
So that's really important because so many people are trying to crack that code, but they don't understand what to put out there.
You throw everything at the wall at first.
Yes.
And as soon as something starts to like spark, you have to bellow it, like, bellow?
Billow?
With the fire and you give it air.
Oh, when you're making it. Yeah,
Bellow?
billow. It's billow, Aaron, billow.
Bellowing.
Bellow, you make it bigger. You blow
Yeah,
air in
you
it.
just blow it. But you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket, but like just know I'm an analytics monster.
That's
like
great.
in the beginning. I don't pay attention as much now unless it's like
Right.
branded or I'm coming up on a brand just to pay attention to what's happening. I had another friend, he made a bunch of different content, and then he made this like video about his house, and then that picked up. And
Right.
so he started doing that for a while. He was just doing like his family stuff. And now he has like over 1 million followers
That's
on
amazing.
Instagram.
I mean, Justin McClure, who I had on my podcast a long time ago, like it was actually, to be honest with you, it was the last podcast that I did. No, it was the second to last one. I remember I was editing it right before I got the call that I was a mom. And, I adopted my daughter. And he is a comic that I worked with. We did military tour together. So funny. And he was in New York. And he met this woman. They fell in love. They got married. She had twin daughters. He adopted them. He got sober. And I don't know if he was still doing comedy or not, but they had one video. This was a long time ago. So this was in the beginning stages of when things were popping off and making a big splash. And I think it was on YouTube. I don't even think Instagram was out yet, or was just barely, it was, in its infancy. It was a very funny video about the twins finding out which one of them is like a minute older, and their reactions, because they were little, they're like 2 or 3, and they're crying, and it just went viral, and they were on news channels, and it was really adorable and really sweet. The McClure twins are one of the highest grossing kids on social media. Like, they're massive, and the McClure family is massive. I mean, massive. So, and I, worked with him as a comic.
Get those baby bank.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I adopted a baby just so I could have some good content.
Did you see that there's like content babies? I'm sure they're great, but like the content families where these kids
my
are
daughter,
like
that's all she watches. That's all that she watches.
Well, the parents using their kids for content. A lot of them have like been moving out of California. I haven't like read all of it, but apparently there's like new laws. So like where the kids have to make
a lot of them are in Dubai.
A bunch of the money. So the people
my
are moving
daughter, watches all of these YouTube channels. She's 4.5. She watches all of them, and they're either in like Florida or Dubai. A lot of them are in Dubai, or Ryan, I believe. Ryan's World is in Texas, but they make about 30 to 35 million a year just doing this content. And it is the same, by the way, it's the same script for every family, because my daughter watches all of them and they do the exact same script. It's like one person handed him the same script, and they do, oh, you got my slime, you got my slime, I have 6 slime, you have 6 slime. It's the same family doing it. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself. But my daughter is like fixated, and they have sub channels. They have the Diana and Roma show, and then they have the Diana show, and then they have the Roma show. It's all connected, and then they have them in different languages. And
just wait till it's all AI.
Oh my God, I know.
I have a friend that's a creator and just
wait until you're AI. They're gonna make an AI version of you.
She just found a video, and they have an AI version of her, but it's like a man, different ethnicity.
Oh my God.
But it's the same script, and that she found out that the guy's not even real. Someone just AIing her videos.
Oh my God.
And using the script.
It's terrifying, terrible.
I know.
It's really insane. I know.
I can't wait till there's going to be an AI version of me that's better than me.
I mean, they might not be better.
Probably. I auditioned once for a role that was based on me, and I didn't get it.
Oh, I've done that too. It's like Jodi Miller.
It's crazy.
I know. They're like, you're not Jodi Miller enough.
Yeah, literally. I was like, wait, because also that is something I said in front of the writers. Like
you wrote that down?
Yeah, they changed some of the script based on my first audition, and then I got a call back, and then I was like, well, give me writing credit at least.
I know, seriously. Oh my God.
Crazy.
So crazy. It is really crazy. It is one of those things where you're constantly chasing, like, how do I crack that code for people that are, because
I don't chase, I attract.
Yes, don't chase, attract, bring it. I think it's interesting when I have a video that pops off for whatever reason, and it could be my daughter, or mostly it's my stand-up or a clip from one of the shows like Funny You Should Ask or something, and I'm like, okay, I got it now. That's what they want. And then I put out something that's identical, and they're like, that's not what we want.
Stand-up, and I will say, I mean, I could talk about content all day. Stand-up is so tough. You can have like videos pop up independently, but it's usually they're not going to be back to back. And I think a lot of people want to invest in people now. Yes. More than like products.
Right. So I think it's interesting because, I think I'm just born in the wrong generation. And I mean that by like, I'm exhausted already. I've already been exhausted. By the time social media came out and I realized the importance of it.
I was born exhausted. I was born a 78-year-old woman.
Oh, all right. From where?
I usually say 300 years old, but No, I had a birth chart reading. It's like this is
yeah?
what my hour's through line. My hour through line is how I was told in a reading that in every life I've ever lived, I've always been a gender bending rich lady.
Oh my God.
And so I'm a gender bending rich lady through my whole like stand up set for the most part. And it's true. Like I would be at recess in like second grade and I would just sit. I would sit on the picnic table with like the teacher's aides and stuff and just like
With his
watch.
arms, for those of you listening, legs crossed.
Legs
arms
crossed.
Just like, yeah.
Literally just judging every kid.
Oh my God, they must have loved you.
Oh, the teachers always got a kick, but the kids,
Probably.
I was
Probably not back then.
I was librarian's friends, you know?
Okay, so I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, you are.
Do you like get that like right away? But when you walked in, you thought I was a Leo.
Leo.
Yeah, 'cause
You
I'm a
give me a
Leo
Leo
rising.
vibe.
Yeah, I definitely have a Leo vibe. And for those of you who don't know, when you have your rising is the sign that's what you present to the world, and that's Leo. Most people think I have Leo, and Leo's
People think I'm Leo.
I can see that because you also have fabulous hair.
It's the hair.
It's the hair. People, it's the mane, the Leo mane, and I'm also a fucking cat lady. Like it's everybody just knows
You got
me.
cats?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not a cat.
Yeah, well, I'm a cat lady. I mean, not all Leos. I actually know most Leos are. I just am, and they've always been attracted to me ever since I was a little girl. They used to follow me around, and I have a lot of them. I have 2 outdoor cats, and they just like live in my yard. They were feral, but now they're domesticated outside. I have 2 more indoor cats. Yeah, I'm actually obsessed with cats. Like I'm just like I think
I don't
I
think
was a
cats
cat
like me.
You don't know that.
One time I woke up, I was at my cousin's house. We were both born February 9th, the same day.
Oh, wow.
Right across the hall, 3 hours apart. And it's interesting because I forget his
Are you guys
rising.
similar though?
Very similar, except our risings are different.
Right.
I think he's a Capricorn rising, and he's very much. I'm a Sag rising.
Right.
It's like why I perform. You know, it's a performance placement. It's definitely like why I like attention so much. But I was staying at his house, and he had a Siamese cat. And
Siamese
every
cat.
time I would wake up, and the cat would just be sitting in front of my face.
Oh, that's good.
As soon as my eyes were open, it would bop me in the face, like hit me in the face, and then leave.
That's actually a sign of endearment.
He's like, thank God, can you see me now? Boom.
My cats, I have 2 black cats right now that are brothers, and I had an Abyssinian before.
Come on, witch.
I know, I seriously, and then my outdoor cat is also a black cat. I mean,
love
like
it.
we have a coven. It's me and my daughter. It's a big deal. But, and then my best friend lived in the back house, and she also had a black cat. We were like, and she is like,
I love it. It's
witch,
practical
yeah.
magic over
it
there.
was basically practical magic. We were trying to get my daughter to like come up with spells, but
She will.
she totally will, that Aquarius. But like, it's interesting because so many things about, like, I just never even thought I identified as a Taurus for sure because I'm so like wood, earth, cozy. Like I need it, like seclusion. I'm good with my alone time. I want like to recharge, whatever. But then I'm also like a Leo, like get me on stage, you know what I mean? And then I have to like recharge.
And then you have a Libra moon.
And I have a Libra moon, which tell me about Libra moon because I actually don't. That's the one thing, isn't it? It's maybe why I can get along. I feel like Tauruses are a very compatible sign for the most part, but like I really do get along. I think they're like the 3rd most compatible in maybe it's just my Libra though.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I know male Tauruses are different than female Tauruses.
Yeah. The masculine feminine energy of every sign is going to like be a little different in my experience.
What about Libra? Maybe that's why I get along.
Cancers.
Oh yeah.
No shade. But Cancer men's are liars. Libra moons are balance, like, and then so emotional balance. I love air moons, like I love an Aquarius moon, but that is tough for people. I get it.
Right.
I think just because I'm an Aquarius, they can be so detached emotionally.
Right.
An Aqua moon, I'm like, I love it. You can get an argument with them, and they're just gonna cross the T's, dot the I's, and be like, oh, that argument is over. Sign still delivered. In a Libra moon is like that empathetic ear.
So funny.
Great.
I am.
Yeah, like good at balancing emotion. If someone's like really down, you're willing to like go down, get them and try to like pick the scales back up to try to level it out.
True.
Very even keel. If someone's like off the handle, like hot headed, you can bring them back down and blow a little like, air. And I I love it. I always do think about the elements when I think about the signs.
It's so true. That is so
when you have
very much who I am.
Emotions with the moon, you have air signs. It could go, many which ways. Gemini being like the storm.
Right. Yeah,
Libra the balance, and then Aquarius just like that cold, harsh wind.
That's my daughter.
I'm a Scorpio moon, so we're like.
By the way, Scorpios are almost all. I love Scorpios. I love everything about them. In fact, almost all of my best friends are
Taurus and Scorpio.
And are like that. Everybody, yeah.
My dad, my mom.
Yeah.
They were.
And I've been waiting to meet a Scorpio man because I literally have 6. I'm not kidding you. 6 of my best female friends are Scorpios. And I can always tell when I meet a Scorpio female.
My dad was still alive.
Jesus Christ. What's going on? It is one of those things, and we definitely connect, but it is really funny because I'm so, for the most part, I'm a Taurus where I take so much, and I'm just chill. And then the second it's too much, I'm a fucking bull. And get the fuck out of the way. But then I immediately am like back to like, oh God, oh no. And then I find a way to like bring it back to like a balance. And I didn't even know that was my Libra side. I was like, I can definitely lash out really quick, but it is pretty much forgotten. And I know a lot of Tauruses don't do that. I'm not.
That's your Leo too.
I'm not a grudge holder. I'm like, we're done.
A cat scratch.
It is, yeah. I'm like, we're done. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? And
literally.
I also like really care about, I used to care way more about everybody else's feelings except for myself.
And that's on trauma.
I forget. Okay, so let's try something. Let's say, well, first of all, let me see if you can do. Okay, let's say a Gemini. Okay, I just want to try this.
Okay.
A Gemini and a Cancer are fighting for a parking spot.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Oh, the Gemini.
So let's just, the Gemini's going to win?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so they're yelling out the window. How does that even go? How is the Gemini?
The Gemini, I don't even think is going to see for the first, like they're just going to ignore them and park there.
So what if
Cancer is going to like, the Cancer is going to go try to park and be like, look at this asshole. And then the Gemini is just going to park there. The Cancer is going to back up, let them through, go park. And then just like walk behind them and give them dirty looks in the grocery store. The Gemini's not even gonna know what happened.
They don't even care, right?
Yeah, they're just like, whatever.
I have a friend who's a Sag who has a lot of road rage.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing?
Who
do you think who has the most? Like, I feel like she has a lot of. I mean, I have some road rage, but not that much actually.
Who would have the most road rage? No, not Taurus. You would think, but not really. Honestly, Scorpios probably are up there.
Right? Scorpio will sting you.
Yeah, my Aries friends are honestly like really chill. I think they get a bad rap.
I think so too.
But they do have like shorter fuse. They just know what they want and they will go to 100 in a second if they have to. But it's usually like with purpose.
Do you remember Sylvia Browne?
Mm-mm.
She was that author that wrote all about like the other side and all of that.
No.
Yeah, she's dead. So she's on the other side. She's writing about it from the other side right now. Her latest book is coming out.
Sylvia, do you have anything to say?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is Sylvia Browne, but she had a whole book about the signs. And I used to love her and then I hated her because I read about the Taurus and she's like, the most boring sign in the zodiac is the Taurus. And I was like, what? She just was like.
So funny.
I was like, are you out of your effing mind, Sylvia? And she was already dead at the time, so I couldn't contact her.
Well.
I want to be like, let me prove to you how
let's
not
get a
boring
Ouija board. We'll contact her right now. Yeah, I don't know that Taurus. It just depends on who's looking through the glass, right? If a Sag is looking at a Taurus, they're probably like, yeah, that's boring for them because there's not eccentricity. But if it's like a Pisces looking at a Taurus, they're like, that's lovely, interesting, amazing, comforting.
Who's your astrological match? Who's Aquarius astrological match?
Literally, no one. No one can handle us.
What?
Aquarius or Aquarius. I mean, Leo's our sister sign. But
Pisces.
Too emotional. We need someone cold. I mean, a Sag maybe. I don't know. I've only dated Earth signs.
Yeah. Why do you want somebody cold? You want somebody warm.
Because it ends up not keeping interest, like, but also I dated a Virgo. That's a cold earth sign.
Right. I thought we were like pretty warm.
Virgos?
Not Virgos. I mean, just earth signs in general.
Taurus can be warm for sure. Capricorn, I did a Capricorn, very warm.
It's my dad.
Virgo, no.
You did my dad.
What?
I said that's my dad, Capricorn.
I have something to tell you, Jodi.
Oh my God! This is my new stepdad.
Virgos are cold, calculated. They can be very cold.
It's funny. My mom was a Virgo.
Really?
She's dead.
Hmm.
She's very cold now.
She
would love that joke.
She would.
She is. She's dead. She's cold.
What was her moon?
I don't know.
Oh, do you have a birth certificate?
I probably do somewhere. Why is that so important?
It's because you can find out her whole chart, and it is
the nurturing part of her.
It really just changes your life when you
know about your parents.
Yeah.
When did you realize that your parents? What did you realize their signs? And
I only got my mom's birth certificate recently, actually, and I was literally at a party, and I screamed, and everyone was like, "What is the matter?" Also because I'm sober, so maybe someone thought I was like, accidentally had alcohol or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, "You guys, I just got my mom's birth time," and I was like, "Okay."
I was gonna say, was the party just like, let's keep going?
I was like, I get to find out her moon. And they were like, okay, so what is it? I was like, I'm not going to do that here. I have to go home and process. I have to leave. So I like said my goodbyes and I skedaddled. And then
this was important business.
Important. And then I went home and like did my mom's birth chart.
Did you confront your mom with her birth chart?
No. She's a Taurus. So there's not going to be it's just good for me to know.
Right. It's so funny.
She's a Sag moon.
Yeah. Because it's different because I'm all about that shit. I'm all about.
If she had a Libra moon, I would be right to her
I'm
doorstep.
I'm all about that.
I'd be like, Mom, let's talk about
You told me you met a psychic downstairs. I'd be like, get over here. I have a friend who is a medium, and we were at lunch, and she was like, she didn't know anything about me. We had just met. We were at a friend's brunch, and she's like, I don't want to freak you out, but your mother is behind you. And I said, oh my God, are you a psychic? And she's like, I know, please don't say. I go, are you kidding me? I have been waiting for anyone to come up to me and tell me. I was like,
that's my dream.
It's my dream.
I want someone.
I almost had an orgasm at the brunch table. I was like,
not in front of your mom.
Not in front of my mom. It's so creepy. But I was like, what is she doing at brunch? Tell that bitch to get out of here. But I was so excited. I immediately booked a session with her. She's fucking amazing. I love her. Heather, she's been a guest on my show. She's amazing.
She's like the real deal.
She's the real deal. I didn't know anything about this woman. And she's like, your mom is here. I'm so sorry. Does that freak you out? I was like, can you move in with me? Not my mom. My mom already does.
You're like, can you be working 24/7? Can you be my mom? Ghost.
Mom? I'm like, oh my God, it's too much mom.
That's a lot of
she does live with me. She's in a box. But I talk to her all the time. But I've had so many readings that are phenomenal in all price ranges, by the way. And there's one in particular, Lucas Turner. Look him up. He's so reasonable. It's a phone message. I mean, a phone message. It's just a message. It's a phone reading, and it's some of the most accurate shit I've ever. And I'm always like, holy shit.
Have you ever taken made a drastic change because of a reading you've got? Or
no, but so here's the thing. So I am really aware that like you definitely need to take what you can take. And sometimes it's just a suggestion. Maybe they plant a little idea in your mind and you're like, great. And then you manifest it or you work towards that goal. I'm never just like, this is what has to happen. The great thing about Lucas too is he asks for your sign first and then talks a little bit about what's happening astrologically.
That's the best.
And then goes into it.
It's like a weather report is what that's Lars Mellis, who's a comedian and an astrologer. I did a show. There was like a cosmic show or something. Right. So I did stand up, and then as payment, he did reading for all the comics. Right. So I called him and we did a reading, and he was just explaining how he does it like as if it's the weather and what the weather is coming up and how that works for you. Right. And I'm like, that is
how to be prepared. It's
such a better way of putting it, to help people kind of understand what those readings are like. I don't do readings. People think I do.
I think though on stage,
artists, but
I think on stage you should fucking read people. I mean, sort of what's your sign?
Oh, I do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's all my crowd work.
Okay, thank God. I'm like, thank God, everyone, because I thought I had this brilliant idea.
No, my crowd work is all about. Usually, I'll ask their sign, and then on top of that,
you do couples too, if they're a couple.
Sometimes I've started so many fights.
Okay.
Like in Austin, I was just there, and there was like a Sagittarius and a Capricorn, and I was like,
Oh,
so you got a spendy bitch and like
my
and
God.
tight pockets.
So
And then they were like arguing over who believed. It was a whole thing.
I love it though. I think it's so funny. I will tell you one thing that I've had a lot of really great readings, little like nuggets of certain things, but the one that was with Lucas, he did two that were he's done many for me, but that were so dead on, but in a way that like they say something, he says something, and then it doesn't happen for a while, and then you're like, holy shit, that's exactly what he said was going to happen. I think far too often people get like a reading, whether it's an astrology reading or a psychic reading, and they're like, this was going to happen in this way, and I've learned to just take it and release. And then I'm like, holy shit. So I was trying to get a 24-year-old pregnant, as you do when you're trying to have a baby. And I was in the adoption system. I was trying to get like a surrogate, like a young girl trying to get her pregnant. It's like, whole thing we're going to do. And
things I've never said for 1,000, please.
Exactly. Well, I was trying to do it. Anyway, I did a reading with him, and we had done an insemination in December. And he was like, are you trying to become a mom? Like, he didn't know anything about what I was going through. And I just said, yeah, I've got a lot of things going on. It's an unconventional way. He's like, I see that. He goes, I see you're going to be a mom. He's like, he just said, he's like, you're going to be a mom. He's like, in February. And I was like, so disappointed because we had just done the insemination in December. And I was like, oh, that means she's not pregnant. That means we're going to have to do it in January. Cut to, she got a period. January came. We do an insemination. And I'm still just thinking that I actually was on my own manifestation. I consider myself somebody who can manifest when I'm right in the right place, in the setting. And I've had I had a meditation about my mom bringing me a daughter. I had these moments in the shower and other moments where I just was like overcome with like emotion, like energy. I'm going to be a mom. Yeah. It was like my whole body was radiating and I just knew something was coming and I could feel it and it was happening. But when I had that reading, I was like, oh my God, it's going to happen in February. It's going to happen in February. January 31st, I am doing a podcast. I finished the podcast. My adoption lawyer's like, hey, great birth mom possibility. Just so you know, when you go through that, they send you people, you put your packet in, they have to choose you. And then it's usually like 3 months to 4 months while they go through their last trimester. It's not like an immediate thing. I saw this. I haven't heard from my lawyer at that point in like 6 months. So I send everything in. I forget about it. I'm eating a bowl of whipped cream, watching the Gilmore Girls. It's a Sunday night.
Just a bowl of whipped cream.
Just a bowl of whipped cream.
I'm obsessed with that.
It's so great because it's like tricks your body into like, oh, this is actually sweet. It was great. So in the middle of the pandemic, 2021, sorry, just turned 2021. I'm eating a bowl of whipped cream, watching Gilmore Girls. I see my lawyer calling. I was like, oh, my packet.
Were you in a bathrobe?
I wasn't. God, I wish I was. I was definitely in sweats. It was the pandemic.
Okay.
So no, I actually probably had a nice shirt on because I just filmed a Zoom podcast.
Okay.
So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, David, I thought the packet didn't go through. And then there was like a weird silence. I'm like, David. And he's like, you've been selected. And I go, for what? And he goes,
an Emmy?
An Emmy? I want an Emmy. He goes, Jodi, your baby was born this morning, 5:32. He goes, your baby was born this morning. You need to get on a plane tomorrow and go to Kentucky.
I'm crying.
I literally went deaf right afterwards. You're crying. I went deaf. I was like,
I have tears in my eyes.
Guys, it was January 31st, and I met my baby girl February 1st.
Wow.
Chills, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
It was nuts. Took her home on February 17th because she had to stay in the NICU. She was a preemie. It was all sorts of crazy magic that was swirling around that moment, and all sorts of crazy magic I tell people when they want to be a parent and they're trying. And I spent years trying to get pregnant in my early 40s after my mom passed. A lot of things. And then the second I really looked at my baby and we really had this connection, I was like, oh, that's why that shit didn't work. You were always meant to be my daughter. Mm-hmm. You were always meant to be mine. You were always meant. You were coming. You were taking your fucking sweet ass time. Yeah. My mom passed. My mom made sure that was happening when it happened. And Lucas Turner called it. And I was like, and then also, by the way, that 24-year-old was like, I haven't gotten my period yet. And I was like, oh my God, no. Like, you cannot also be pregnant, because then I was freaking out. Like, that's what's going to happen to me. I'm going to have 2 babies. She wasn't. It's fine. She's a mom of her own now. It all worked out.
All worked out. Oh, we no, I manifested too hard.
Oh my God,
one too many shower jumps.
I know, seriously. What was I doing? I'm such a master manifester. But it was amazing. It was really amazing. And I think about that all the time. And then I was literally like, I knew
Wow.
nothing about it.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
by the way.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
amazing.
And she's 4.5 now and like amazing. And a total Aquarius. I knew nothing about Aquariuses. Like nothing. I knew so much about Scorpios and Sages and Capricorns and
So you have
Leos.
her full chart then.
5:32 Kentucky time.
Do you remember what her rising and the moon?
I don't. I mean,
We'll do it after.
We'll do it after.
Yeah.
Like, look it up. But
So we can give you the rundown.
Yes, actually, one psychic did ask for that information and told me, oh, I think I was trying to clear her ancestral trauma. I'm a good mom, I swear to God, guys. But I was like, I have to figure out, like, she comes from a family that her birth mom used drugs during the pregnancy. She was fine. She didn't have to withdraw. She was a preemie, but she had drugs in her system. And I just wanted to know, like, whatever, what we have to work with down the line if she's got any, trauma. I'm all about like releasing and all of that. And they were like,
I'm sure she'll be fine.
That's what they said. They said there's like a big chunk of me in her life.
She got the witch. Where do you live?
In North Hollywood, guys.
The witch of NoHo on her side.
No, I know, seriously, with all the cats.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally, the little spiritual projectors.
The truth is that I forget she's not my biological child because we are so alike. And I know that's a nurture versus nature. It's crazy how much we're alike and in so many ways. I remember thinking, I had to mourn the fact
But what is biology anyway?
It is.
Besides like electricity? Like we're all made of light.
I
So
honestly,
if you feel
yes,
like
right.
that light and that electricity that's like the same connection.
You're totally right. But I wanted her to have my hair, my athletic ability, and
shave your
guess
head,
what?
get a wig.
She does have my hair.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's crazy. She has my hair, not the same color, but this isn't my real color. Same hair. I have a picture of us with the same massive amount of hair. She has the hair. She's the same calves as me, so we're both like really athletic. And we've both been single our whole lives. We're identical. It's fucking nuts. Actually, she has a boyfriend.
I'm like, wait, am I your daughter too?
You're my daughter.
Single my whole life.
So wait a minute.
Almost.
When you do meet somebody, are you like, do you let signs completely rule that, or are you like open to?
Whatever way I'm doing it, it's not correct because I've been single for 8 years now. Not my last first date was 8 years ago. Wow. Oh wow, I can't believe I just said that on in front of people. But I will swipe on certain signs.
Oh, you will.
I will swipe left, like no can do.
What if you meet somebody in person and you have a connection, and then you find out their sign?
And then it's not going to work out anyway. Like that's kind of how not like
right.
I was talking to a guy like recently, and it was an in-person like thing, and then we're chatting. Then we're like DMing. He sends his birth chart because I asked for it. It wasn't unprompted. And I sent mine. He's like, what's that mean? I was like, yeah, this probably isn't a match. But I knew from his chart that it wasn't going to be a match. But I didn't stop. I didn't stop trying.
Okay.
It's just he did all the things I thought he was going to do. Right. And I was like, I already knew it wasn't. So now I'm just kind of like, to save time, maybe I'm just like a bitter old bitch, but like.
Well, wait a minute. Is there a possibility where you decide you're going to meet someone and not ask for their chart and just see what happens for like, let's say for like 2 months?
No. That's not a possibility, Jodi. Thank you so much though for the suggestion. I'm not going to waste 2 months. Get me right to that Venus. Like, what is it?
I'm ruled by Venus.
What's your sign? What's your Venus?
I don't know, but I'm ruled by it. Everybody tells me that.
Yeah, but what, do you know what your placement is in Venus?
I think it's Taurus. I think I'm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time I do a reading, someone's like, your ruling planet's Venus or whatever.
Well, Venus rules Taurus, but
I also have a Venus I have a Taurus in my Venus, I think. Yeah, I have 2 Tauruses.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 Tauruses, guys. Like the car. I have 2.
My Venus is in Pisces.
So you're emotional? Not emotional, right?
It's like a hopeless romantic.
Oh.
It's the Achilles heel. I always thought and it's like Venus loves to be in Pisces. Like that's because it's like love and emotion. So it's like I'm a hopeless romantic, which is so. Every time I get my chart read, they're like, "Are you exhausted?" I'm like, "Yeah," because it's so conflicting. I have Aquarius, detached, Sag, loves attention, Scorpio moon, super like emotional depth, and then I have this like hopeless romantic, like inner like
Who's your perfect match? We're putting it out there right now to the universe.
Honestly, probably like I don't want to say a Scorpio Venus, but
no, I mean like the full thing. So sun.
Oh, she's gonna witch this, right?
Yeah.
Manifesting generator over here.
Yeah.
I think a sun, an Aries,
Okay, fair.
or a Sag.
Okay.
I'll take maybe a Pisces rising.
It's like he's ordering at a restaurant.
I know.
Okay.
And also take a
side of.
I'll take a side of. Yeah, I think a Pisces rising because I think there's like really beautiful Pisces men out there.
All right, great.
I think. Are you out there?
Leave it a comment below if you're out there. Okay.
And I think a Libra moon.
Oh my God! All right.
And then the Venus, probably a Scorpio. I couldn't do an air because I am very like I am a hopeless romantic.
All right. Okay. Well, the order's in there, so
order up.
Order up.
What is taking his order so long?
So long. I don't know. I've been asking.
They are walking it here.
I have been asking for years, and I've been single way longer than 8 years.
Oh my gosh, we should wing.
We should wing.
Yeah.
Why are we not?
All right, we're done. We're going to a bar.
We're going to a bar. Hey. So wait, when did you stop drinking and why?
I stopped drinking in November 1st, 2023. Mm-hmm. So I'm almost at 2 years. No drinking. I'm almost at a year of
nothing else.
And
how do you feel? Was it a problem or you just were like, I'm done with this right now?
Depends who you ask. No, it was a fucking problem. I couldn't, there was no off switch.
Right.
I was partying all the time. One drink was 27. Like there was but I was functioning. Like I was still going to work.
Right.
But how many times was I at work hungover? A lot.
Right.
Like I was not. And then I would just go out on the weekends and do the whole thing over again. And I couldn't get out of the cycle. And then my body was starting to after my dad passed away, I really turned to drugs and alcohol. I went full tilt. I was on like a 4-day bender. And then I went to work, had a full panic attack, ended up in the paramedics. It was the whole thing. And then I got panic disorder because once you have one panic attack, hey, they're forever. They're all the time. So anytime I was attached to being hungover. So every time I was hungover, I would have panic attacks. And then my pancreas was hurting. So I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, I'm probably dying. And he's like, well, this is too much information, but
I love it.
When you binge drink, your liver and like everything can like just enlarge for a minute and like move things around. So you can feel really uncomfortable. And he goes, it's fine. Like your blood work is great. Just drink a lot of water, lay off the booze for a minute.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. But I have to stop drinking forever. And he was like, no. And I was like, no, I need you to tell me I have to stop drinking forever. Because like, why am I feeling like that? Why am I getting panic attacks?
Right. Yeah.
Like I had to fly out for work. I'm having a panic attack at work. I had to like run out of the room on a job in San Fran just for a minute so I could like breathe and do all these like methods. I'm like, this is crazy. So then I heard Nikki Glaser talking about the Alan Carr Quit Drinking Now. And I was like, okay, I'll read that. But I had a Halloween party to go to, so I'm like, I'm not going to read it too fast. And then I was like, oh, I got this wedding to go to, so let me slow down a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. It took me 6 months, and as soon as I was done reading that book, I have not drank since.
That's great. Congrats. It's a huge thing.
Yeah, life-changing.
I mean, I can't drink as much as I used to because menopause. My body's like, we don't really like to metabolize this anymore. I mean, I drink very infrequently, which is a bummer because I didn't have a problem and I enjoy drinking and like 1 drink, 2 drinks. I can easily stop after 2 drinks. But now sometimes one drink is like, my whole body's like, I'm like, what is happening? Because my body's like, we don't like this anymore.
I think energetically, I think this is why my body was rejecting it too. Like we all talk about the Earth's vibration and like the Schumann resonance. Like there is a vibration of Earth that is currently happening. Not to get real, but I know you love this shit.
I love this shit.
You can't match frequencies that are below yours. Like if you put 2 things that are at different frequencies, like they cannot, match. And alcohol is very low vibration.
So low vibration.
So
Although I feel so high vibration
yeah,
after one, I'm like,
as soon as I would drink one too, I would be like, woo, because it muted everything,
right.
like impending doom, existential crisis, all those things just like kind of shut up. But I realized it was just me like lowering. Right. So as soon as I was sober, the next day, it's why I was going into like panic,
full-blown
fight
panic,
or flight, because now I'm like, oh, I'm back at this vibration, but I have this really low vibrational shit in my brain, and I can't like.
Where is Xanax on the vibrational chart? Because I love it.
The middle then.
We'll take the middle. I mean, I have like
we call it the great equalizer.
Take like a Xanax a little bit 3 times a week to sleep. It is prescribed. I'm not abusing.
I was prescribed Klonopin for my panic, and I would get so panicked that I wouldn't take them because I thought they would kill me.
Oh, really? It's so funny. I
nibble them.
You just nibble. I'm a fan of it. For me, I don't have an addictive personality. I could honestly
jealous.
I know, and that's what makes me angry that I can't like still just have a couple drinks once in a while. I mean, I can actually, but it really has to be like, how much did I eat today? Did I work out? Did I do all of this?
Even then, just like you're such a spiritual like being, and I know that you vibrate really high. So like, there's nothing you're gonna find in a drink of alcohol that what you're looking for is what you are actually gonna get from like a bathrobe, a tea, and a bath.
Right. And a Xanax.
And a Xanax.
I mean, here's the reality. If becoming a parent was a totally different level of anxiety. I do have anxiety because of parenthood, and that just happens when you become a parent. It is I've never suffered from anxiety before, and it is intense. It is completely different. Nobody really talks about that. It's the fear of something that's going to happen to her and something that's going to happen to me. And it's intrusive thoughts, and it's a lot of that. And then because of that and then obviously perimenopause into menopause, the lack of sleep. So when I started taking a Xanax, it was like a really good to help me like calm the fuck down after she went to bed and then be able to sleep on my own. Do you know what I mean? And now it's like, I don't
the medicine,
need it all the time.
That's why that's what it's made for.
That's what it is made for. I know, and I know a lot of people,
happen.
abuse that. But like at the end of the day, I remember actually.
You're not walking around like a zombie all day ignoring all your problems.
By the way, I could never take it during the day. It's always before I go to bed. I'd be asleep. But I remember though when she was 0 to 6 months. I remember talking to my therapist on Zoom. It's a pandemic, and I was like, I have a drink every night when she goes to bed. Do I have a problem? She's like, no. She's like, no. Do you just have one drink? I go, yeah. She's like, no. She's like, you're a new mom. Like every night, it was my reward that I could get her down because it was fucking intense. And now it's like my reward is the Gilded Age. So I'm like, we're good. Gilded Age,
I
love it.
I just caught up last night.
I know, it's so good. The season's so good. You guys have to watch it.
It took me a second.
I know, it takes a second, but like season 2 and season 3 is somewhere.
Yeah, now it's great.
Where can everybody find you?
The Kevin Sullivan on TikTok and Kevin Sullivan on Instagram. And then I have a podcast, Two Broke Gays.
Two Broke Gays, love it. We're going to put all the information down below. And thank you for being here.
Anytime.
Oh my God, this is so much fun.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
We have so much to talk about it. My name is Jodi Miller. Guys, thanks. Make sure you like and subscribe. And guys, don't call me ma'am. Can they call you ma'am? You can call you ma'am?
Sure.
You can call Kevin ma'am. Don't call me ma'am. Don't fucking call me ma'am. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Call Me Ma'am. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you never miss an episode. See you next time.